what better way to start an email segment than asking a funny book question?
Sure.
Funny book question from Martin, Corey Bomb says. He says, what's good, guys? Want to drop a question for the resident funny book man, Mr. Thomas, though Corey and Alan can chime in as well. Firstly, I want to know if Martin had picked up the recent Absolute DC books that dropped. He's talking about Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman. Personally, while Bats is fun, Wondy is the one that really hooked me. And secondly, and more importantly, so remember this, Martin, he wants to know your thoughts have been on Marvel's recent Ultimate line. In particular, the Ultimates run that came out as well. While I love the Spider-Man, damn, this is getting nerdy. While I love the Spider-Man and the other books have been pretty good, the Ultimate book is phenomenal. It manages to be both a fun superhero read and a piece of fiction that is extremely truth to power, diving deeply into socio-military and real as fuck political. Whatever.
Wow.
He just says political.
Okay.
After that's just a period. Issue number 3 in particular is haunting. First of all, Martin, for now, you know, I have my inner geek that I let come out every now and then, but you know, I try to not be too nerdy because, well, you know, somebody has to keep things under control around here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's that. We'll get this whole thing will turn into a comic book store.
Oh, I know.
It'll turn into comic con. Because this man can talk comics all day, but
I know not to.
no. Well, listen, this is good because I haven't read any. While I love the funny book movies, I haven't been reading comics too much. I've been reading some graphic novels recently, but since I haven't been reading too many comics, Martin, can you fill me in on what's going on with what is this Absolute DC stuff?
Well, you know, DC, they've made it their brand to every few years do a big reset or open up a multiverse where things are happening. And this had something to do with the death of Darkseid and this opening up almost like this hellish other world. But it's a redo on Batman where he's like a giant bodybuilder who has this super tech with his suit. And you see how he looks there.
Yeah.
And I first saw that and thought, okay, this is an artist's interpretation going out of control because he's got a tiny head and a big body. And I thought it was going to be silly. It's actually fairly good. So it was surprisingly good. It was and like the Corey Bomb said, it was a fun read. A couple days ago, I read The Absolute Wonder Woman, and that is fucking badass.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I was, you know, when they do stuff like this, it's always gimmicky and it's Elseworld, and I was like, you don't really have to pay attention. But this was really good. This was like, man, I know y'all invested in the lore you've built up with Wonder Woman over time, but if there was some way you could say, okay, forget all that, we're gonna go with this. It's fantastic.
What's so good about it?
It's this whole thing where Zeus has imprisoned the Amazons and taken, you know, the Princess Diana as a baby and sent her to hell. And at least Apollo delivers her to hell to the witch Circe, and it's like, here, it's up to you to raise her. And she's like, I don't know about raising a kid, and it's probably gonna die. And that's probably what they want. And like the snake that comes up to her, she's able to, as a baby, she's able to tame it and just grows up in this environment. And now she's battling demons.
Oh, nice. Very nice. In hell.
Well,
Hades.
Well, the demons, she's been sent back to, coming back to Earth, and the demons are attacking the Earth, and she's battling those.
You read these comics?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't know nothing about this.
No, not the recent ones, no.
All right, but you like comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the art is incredible. The writing's top notch.
On all of these, or just Wonder Woman?
Well, Wonder Woman it's cut above. Batman is good. I didn't think I would like it. I kind of read it just to like get it out of the way, and I was like, oh, I'm actually really digging this. But the Wonder Woman is like, okay, now this is like moved to the top of my list of books I'm waiting for the next issue of.
Nice.
As for the Ultimates, I think it's okay. Yeah, I liked the Ultimate Universe the first time it came around when we got Ultimate Spider-Man, which led into Miles Morales. Going back to the well again, I think this might be the third time. I don't know. I read the first issue of the Ultimates, and I thought the writing was so-so. I mean, maybe it gets better as it goes. You know, he's saying the third issue is really good. I guess I could go check it out again. But I don't know. Like I said, just the writing itself in the first issue, I wasn't that crazy about.
So I remember my limited geeky funny book knowledge, like because I read years ago they had an Ultimates.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I read Ultimate Avengers and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they took some of the Ultimate Avengers back then and used that for the movies, right?
Yeah, they took a
A lot
from-
of because Samuel Jackson came from that. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. I hope your funny book needs were met with Martin's answer right there.